Be me. 28 male virgins still live at home, make practically nothing, depressed as hell, and wonder why I even bother at this point. Mom likes to make fun of me for it. Got fired from construction job and got a job at a movie theater. Met 19-year-old woman. Hit it off and we start dating and had sex. She comes over to my house. Mom sees her and asks how old she is, and when she answers, my mom asks her to leave. Mom loses her shit and calls me a predator, and how she is too young for me, and how disgusted she is, and that I should find a age-appropriate girlfriend and not go after children. Ignore her. JPG. Next day my manager calls me in and tells me I'm fired for sleeping with a co-worker, and my mom called in to get me fired. Girlfriend tells me her parents are making her break up with me because my mom somehow got a hold of their home phone and told them about me. No job or girlfriend. Talk to my mom and she seems proud of what she did and tells me to grow up, and tried to get me to call one of my former high school classmates who is obese and a single mom of 3 with different fathers for each of them, and says she is a nice girl, whatever that means. Ask her if she thinks that's the best I can hope for is a fat single mother, and she says that I need to settle down with someone and it's not her fault I waited too long. It was, by the way, she always sabotaged my friendships and never let me do anything outside out of paranoia and just not wanting to make the effort to be a mother. Tell her she ended her bloodline, and ends the conversation with it. And it's true, my brother works 12 hours just to survive and has no prospects for a family, and my other brother just plays games all day and smokes weed. I was frankly their last hope for a brief moment. It's been 6 months since then, and I really don't see a point to working or doing anything anymore. It's never going to amount to anything. Why do mothers fuck over their sons like this? Be me. Make an Twitter account to see how things are going. Initially be very guarded and just lurk. Eventually become confident enough to tweet, like and reblog stuff. Start following accounts and commenting. Feel guilty because the accounts I follow are too different, and feel as if someone discovered that I'd be in trouble. Make some ballsy comments. Regret those comments. Instead of deleting those comments, I just deactivate my whole account. Stay away from Twitter for months. Eventually come back to make a new account. Rinse and repeat. How do I stop this hell? Be me. Lazy and a loser. Mediocre in just about everything said by my parents, and it might hold truth. Addicted to the internet because I have nowhere to go or be but home alone. Do not help around the house except water the plants and wash my dishes occasionally. Was never really good at school, would only get good grades if I was lucky from last-minute submissions or study. I may not graduate high school. Parents try to help but are frustrated and call me a loser, a lost cause and a future janitor, toilet cleaner and or a drug addict, even though I've never done drugs, because of small mistakes, though these mistakes do build up and this is the peak of it. I deserve it. Uncertain future. Adult life will be too hard and feel like an inherent pathetic loser. Consider suicide or find way to kill myself so it doesn't look like suicide, to not make anyone have that in their mind, especially family. I have yelled at them and gotten angry because I hate how they are right. The truth is that I am everything they say I am. They did what they could for a sad fuck. Be me. Marry BPD cunt, only got bad after married. Have 3 sons. I have to work 12 hours almost every day to stay afloat. Have to come home to her yelling about how horrible her life is, having 3 kids, and how she is going to kill herself, and how she should have finished college, have a career as a lawyer. She would have never made it as a lawyer or any high-stress job or a job in general, and on particularly bad days threatens to call the cops and say I beat and raped her, which she seems to believe I did, and that's my life for 10 years until I left or abandoned her, as she says. All of my sons that I worked so hard for are neats, with the exception of the one who killed himself at 16. My whore wife isolated them, wouldn't let them do anything, and did their homework so she wouldn't have to do anything, and no friend or going outside either, and made them scared to do anything. I think they were her retirement plan, having people to take care of her when she alienated everyone else. Everything she did was so she wouldn't have to do anything. Any sort of work was oppression to her, and she hated everyone and everything, and I think she killed 2 of my pets. Even her parents and brother can't stand her anymore and told her not to come around anymore, and she holds grudges forever, literally forever, no matter how small the injustice was. One is 24. My oldest got the brunt of her insanity and has crippling social anxiety and is literally mute around everyone but me and his brothers, and is scared to leave his room and go outside. My other son is 21 and isn't as bad but doesn't see the point in anything and isn't motivated to either. He has a job but no girlfriend or friend. This cunt ruined my life and my kid's life so she wouldn't die alone. Is there any way to salvage this? I'm thinking of just leaving. Be me. Born in third world country. Apply for USA for bachelors. See internet for green card and shits. Practically impossible sucking dick of my employer, no relatives. Only option is marrying a US citizen. I wish I could cross illegally and seek asylum, man. Be me. Be foreigner. Always introduce myself in my native pronunciation of my name. Long A, long E. Swedes insist on saying with short A, short E. I look like a cuck with a weird name pronounced in Swedish. Is this just disrespect or is it a failure to assert dominance? How do I make sure they respect my name without making me look so retarded? Be me. 16. Female friend visits my house. We're mildly interested in one another, but not really in a relationship. For some reason she literally asks me to touch her tits. My dumbass refuses. She leaves a few hours later. What the fuck do I do now? Pick unrelated. Be me. 18. Suffer from acute psychosis. Psychiatrist denies that I have any sort of permanent mental illness. Still wants me to do a psychological evaluation on which I will have to do Wisconsin 3. Know full well I'll score low and seem retarded. What do I do? Be me. Alone with a woman, drinking at her place. Put my hand on her hand. Doesn't hold mine back, more or less just ignores it and keeps yapping about whatever. Remove hand. Leave shortly after. Would she have liked me more if I was more assertive, rapey? 34 and never had sex. BTW.